more pleased and more grateful to be part of such a special event. And couldn't be a more beautiful day. I've known Phil for a long time. We go way back. It's Phil. Those are the words many of you have uttered on numerous occasions. Why have we uttered these words so many times? Well, I'm not so sure there are two words in all the English language that convey so much unspoken meaning in lieu of a rational account of a bizarre and perhaps calamitous series of events. It's Phil. It's like when you're trying to explain Phil's truck. Plastic and hanger wire. Or Phil's passionate, unbridled devotion to make Taco Bell the most profitable restaurant in town. Or Phil's unmatched ability to create newfangled ways to be excessively late. Phil, we're glad you made it today, man. Yep, known Phil a long time, about 20 years in fact. We played sports together. We've gone on road trips together. We've camped, fished, and golfed together. We shared the same place of employment. We've shed blood, sweat, and tears together. And the one constant through all of our time as friends that I, and maybe some of yourselves, have gleaned over the years, is that Phil possesses an uncanny ability to make himself noticed without even entering a room. For example, did I mention that I lived with Phil as well? After returning home from a long day's work and entering the room, I knew if Phil was home. And I mean, I knew he was home. I'm talking all five senses. Lights on, television blaring. I would sit down on the couch, try to relax, look down and see a large pile of small pieces of plastic ripped from the dozen packets of Burger King ketchup piled on our living room table. The armchair on our couch was literally decomposing as a result of Phil's deliberate and daily ritual of resting his putrid, rotting feet on a nightly basis. This is true. I would love to tell you about some of other Phil's bad habits and mishaps, but unfortunately I played a great part in a majority of these. So as to not soil my impeccable reputation, I'll refrain from going any further. The first time Phil told me about Meg, he called me and said, "Hey Trap, I met someone." And I remember saying, well, that's a good start. I'm thinking at this point, how is this woman going to cope with what's in front of her? What kind of self-loathing masochist is this woman? I asked myself other questions, such as, are these two people really meant to be together? And can you imagine the sense of relief I had when I found out Meg was motivated and experienced in the task of developing difficult and mildly discerning children? It's Phil! Or is it? Despite all of Phil's imperfections and indiscretions, the real theme of his life has bore its fruit here today in this wonderful, breathtaking setting. Words that come to mind in describing this theme come words like loyalty, truth, deliberation, dedication. It's Phil. I mentioned that Phil has an ability to make himself noticed without entering a room, but you all know that when he's actually in the room, he lights it up. I'm sure you can all agree, Phil has an unbridled enthusiasm for all things worthwhile. His undying commitment to Meg and to build a healthy and fruitful future is a direct reflection of this man's true character, one of virtue, character, and inspiration. It's an honor to be here with you today, man, and your beautiful bride, Meg. There are moments in a man's life when time stands still, and you know that this moment matters, and you try to grasp it for all it's worth so you can glean that meaning for the rest of your life. And this is one of those moments for me. Phil, I love you, brother. You're the only brother I've ever had. Congratulations.
Kisser.